Hi. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another podcast episode. Heart Flow is the name of the podcast. Thank you for watching my videos on YouTube or Spotify. And thank you also for listening to my podcast on Apple Podcast or Spotify. I think Anchor too, but I'm not too sure if they just direct you to one of the other two platforms, or if you can listen on that actual platform or not. They're like changing things or have changed things, so I'm not too sure. But either way, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate every listener, every watcher. I really do. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It's Hard Flow Podcast. You can search me on there. You can find the link to that in my Facebook or Instagram bios. Both of those are My Heart Speaks LLC. You can get to those pages by typing that in and then going to my bio, and you'll see the YouTube link there. Also, the audio links there too. And then a little church announcement, as Kevin on stage would say. I am having a sale on all of my artwork. Um, on my website, myheartspeaks.online. All of my artwork are 60% off. So if there's something on there that you've been waiting for the price to drop down some, the price has dropped. Go ahead and get what you have been wanting. It is on sale, 60% off. Um, yeah, I know there are collections or like double canvas paintings on there. If you just want one piece of a series, that's totally fine. It's still 60% off. You can still get that. You want the whole series, grab it all. You can get all of those for 60% off. Um, if there's a painting that you know I did or you think I've done, um, find it, tell me about it, and I'll see if I still have it, and I'll possibly will sell it to you for 60% off. I'm cleaning house is what I am doing. So all of my paintings are for sale right now. 60% off and you can have it. Okay. Um, I said in my post on Facebook that I have, been on this journey since 2017. A lot of my paintings, um, my hours are from 2017 or whatever, and I'm very grateful for that stage of my life where I was able to like crank out so much and learn or whatever. And my techniques have um, developed a lot more since then, thankfully. Um, so I'm just pretty much um, cleaning house. So all of those pieces are for sale, so I can make room for new pieces, new art. Um, to express myself for you guys to consume. I also mentioned how this is literally my talent or my gift is literally is God taught. The Holy Spirit really guides me through my pieces, each of my pieces, and I feel like I mentioned that before when I was working on the painting for my grandmother. Um, but He literally guides me through, like um, not even just with the color choices or how to place something here or there or anything like that, but literally the techniques of it all. I didn't go to school for art, so techniques and all of that I do not know. He literally guides me through each painting, and I learn each time, and each painting stretches me in some way. And so I'm thankful for that learning process, even though it be giving me a headache. But I'm thankful for it because I learn, I grow, he stretches me, and I am appreciative of it. And like I said, I grow more, and I've grown so much since 2017 when I started painting. So all of those pieces are for sale, 60% off. Go look and see what you want, and buy it because it's available for you to grab. Um, yeah, so to the topic at hand, sex. That's what we're talking about today. I say we, I mean me. That is what I will be talking about today. Where do I start for? I also want to talk about something else a little bit after this, but if I have room, I'll talk about it. If I don't, then it's okay. I'll talk about it next time. But sex. Okay, guys. I wholeheartedly feel that sex should only be, I'm going to finish my statement. Sex should only be experienced with someone who is, or between people that are mature and that are like emotionally healthy individuals that are um, like confident in who they are or secure enough in who they are that they are able to be vulnerable in like during the process of the encounter. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be, you should be able to express how you feel in the moment and not feel like you're going to crush the male's ego. You know what I'm saying? Um, you should be able to say, like, no, I don't like that. Can we fix this? Like, if there are those issues in the moment, you should be able to say those things and things can be corrected. And you both enjoy each other's company. Um, and I feel like he should be um, able to guide you through if you need that guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also give you what you need in the moment so your experience can also be great. It takes a lot for women to um, orgasm and then also for them to ejaculate come, which really isn't, we do that, but it's not like the same as men. Um, for some reasons, not some reasons, but for some women, um, a lot of women do not orgasm and they do not ejaculate. Not because the man is doing anything wrong, but because that's just not what they do through penetration, I should say, through penetration. Um, they can do that from other things in other ways or whatever, right? I feel like there's this big, not a stigma, but it's this thing that guys want women to ejaculate when they don't. Like all women don't do that. So why is that a goal? Question mark. Um, women can climax though. They can get to the peak. You know what I'm saying? They can climax. It's just the orgasm and the ejaculation don't happen for everyone. Um, which is not necessarily on the men. It just doesn't happen through penetration for a lot of women. Um, and this is what I mean when I say the man should be able to take notice, be aware enough and confident in himself enough to ask questions, even in the moment, and take that and apply it. Okay. I don't think that's wrong because I mean, if you just want to have sex, go do that. Okay. Like, go do that and find somebody that wants to do that with you. If y'all just doing the do just to do the do, then go do that. Okay. But a lot of adult women that I know, um, want to be able to enjoy the experience and on a level that requires some care and communication. And the care is okay. So I was listening to watching um, a podcast with Jess Hilarious on it, right? I don't know if I talked about this before or not, but she was talking about how she was experiencing this guy that was in the middle of sex or whatever. Um, but he was affirming her the whole time, like um, saying these affirmations about her the whole time. And I was like, because I've never experienced that before. That's interesting. And she was saying the same thing, how she had never experienced that before. It was very new for her, but it was an act of caring enough about her to want her to enjoy herself and then to also want her to be able to um to let her know who she is in the moment, and to make sure she is enjoying herself and make sure she is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that should be the goal, right? The more you make a woman feel comfortable, the more you make her a priority, she will also do the same. If it's a woman that um, wants the same things that you want, if this is a mutual experience, right? Um, she's going to want to make sure you're good as well. So it's not going to be only a take, take, take type of situation. She's going to want to give and do so you can get to whatever peak you need to get to as well. Um, but it does sometimes take a lot for women to get there. It is not just a physical thing for most women. It is definitely emotional. It is definitely a thinking game or a mental game for us. You know, like um, I have to prepare myself for what's about to happen sometimes. Like, I can't just jump into it with no type of. That's why foreplay is a thing as well. You know, like setting the mood, setting the atmosphere, all of that is important for some women to get into the mode of this is what is about to happen. Um, that's important. And if you care about her, you should want to put her in a good headspace so that not only is she pleased, but she is able to please you as well. Um, that's why I believe sex is for mature adults, not immature adults. It is for mature adults who are able to put the needs of the other person before their own. Um, Again, if this is a mutual experience and this is somebody that you actually care about and somebody that you want to please, I feel like it shouldn't be hard to want to show and express care and not let the male ego get in the way. This is also why I say um, it's for emotionally mature individuals because the male ego can truly stop and dry up the situation. Like quick, fast, in a hurry. Like for real, for real. You say one thing, do one thing, and it's over. And you think you really rocking, and she's just like, no, actually not. I'm good. Like I'm good now. You can go on about your day. Get off me. Um, so take care in what's happening with her. Pay attention to her body. Pay attention to what she's saying, maybe what she's not saying. Maybe she's not a talker, so that might not be a thing. But really pay attention to her body, how it's responding to you, and you'll be able to really tell if she's enjoying it or if she is not. And then talk to her too. Just make sure that the experience is also enjoyable for her. You're not the only one having sex here. There is another person that's having sex, and she should also be enjoying it. Um, Talking to her during, if she's a talker, if she even likes the type of affirming thing, it is a plus, a huge plus, like big, big, big plus. Okay, um, and just making sure she's good. Like, make sure she's good leading up to, and during, and even after, because you will also be pleased if you do that. M- Men can have sex usually just, like that. They are turned on and they can go, right? Women, especially if she's had a long day, hard day, she's been with her child or children, um, she's just been working and stressed and dealing with a whole bunch of things. And then she gets home and there's a whole bunch of things she has to deal with there. There's like no help, there's no support, there's all of these things. Her mind is not on sex. You could be like, yeah, yeah, tonight. And she's like, I have to do this with the kid. I have to do this for work. I gotta clean up the kitchen. I gotta cook dinner. I gotta do X, Y, and Z. Blah, 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 blah. Her mind is not on sex. Help her mind, even if she still has all of those things going on. If you send her messages about how you're thinking about her, or you can't wait for this and that, or a text about a little sext and text here, sext and text there, or whatever to help engage her mind for what's happening later, great. If you can clean up, if y'all live together, y'all married and stuff, if you can help alleviate some of the tasks that she has to do when she gets home, big, big, big plus. Big, 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 big plus. Yes. If she's a touch person, if you could, all week be, or a few days before, um, giving her hugs, rubbing on her back, making sure she's seen physically outside of sex, rubbing on her arm, caressing her here or there, whatever, um, speaking to her love language is a big, big, big plus. Because for some women, if you're not doing nothing leading up to, she's not going to give you nothing the day of, or the moment of, or whatever. That night is not about to be a special night for you if you ain't been speaking her love language the whole day, the whole week, days before, whatever. If you are not speaking to her in the way that she receives love and feels affirmed and all of the things, buddy, 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 it's not going to be good for you. I mean, and I feel like there may be some men, I can't speak for the men for real, but there may be men that to an extent need the same thing. Like, don't try to jump my bones and you ain't recognized me at all. There has to be more going into it. If you care about this person, if you want your sex to be great, if you want the other person to be pleased just as much as you would be pleased or you want to be pleased, you have to put in some work. Be mindful, really. Just be mindful of the other person, what they like, what they don't like. Talk to them about it outside of the bedroom. You know, when you put my leg over here and kind of like stretch your some, mm-mm, I'm not Flex Armstrong. I'm don't do that no more. I don't like that. Don't do that. Talk about it. If you can't handle a conversation about what pleases your partner, that's a problem. That's a problem. You should think about why you can't take criticism. Why can't you take or receive feedback? Maybe the delivery was wrong. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, so I hear you saying that when I do this that way, you don't like that, but can you like, oh no, give that to me a little better than the way you just said it. Work on I guess, I don't know. But we should be able to express to our partners or whomever that we are having a sexual experience with, um, like what's happening in the moment. If you are that person, if you're the type of person that needs that, you should be able to get that. What's happening in the moment and just the care leading up, the care during, and the care after, like the check-ins and checkups and all of that type of stuff. That's okay to have because it makes the experience so much better. Don't you want to have better sex lives? Don't you? I know you do. Everybody, not everybody, but everybody does want to have a better sex life. Talk to your person about that so you guys can be better together. And honestly, when the sex is better, the communication around the sex is better, other places in your relationship becomes better. You are able to talk about things a little bit better. You are able to come together on things a little bit better. If that sex life is better, there might not be so much tension, you know. It won't might not be so many issues if the sex life was better. Now there are some people that don't really care about sex like that. That's between them and their partner. I'm not really talking to those people. Okay. But what I will say is that if you are in a relationship with somebody who could take or leave sex, right? Because honestly, not every person is the same. Clearly, there are high drive. I think that's what it's called. High drive, low drive. I don't think those are the real terms, but there's high drive people and low. Those are not the terms. I hate that I don't know what they are right now. It's not coming to me. Rawr. Um, but there are. Oh, I hate it, y'all. I hate it. It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna say drive, and that's not it. It's not it, but that's what I'm gonna say. But there are high drive and low drive people, right? And that could be honestly not just in sex, but in all aspects or areas of our lives. There's things that we love to do, things that we don't. There's things that we can really put a lot of effort in, and then other things we just like, nah, I'll pass on that, but I'll do it because I have to type of um, things, you know? And it's the same with sex. People don't have a all everybody don't have a high sex drive. Okay. Some people can really, I know some people who really could be like, I don't have to have sex anymore in my life. And they would be totally fine with that. Nothing wrong with them. That's just how they are. They don't look at sex. I mean, sex to them isn't, excuse me, that big of a deal. They don't need it in their life like that. They are a low drive type of person. So, what I would say is that that is a part in your relationship that you would have to communicate with your partner. And there would have to be a compromise. There would have to be, people don't like the word compromise. They don't like it. They don't like it. There have to be a middle ground, because you are in a relationship with yourself. You are in a relationship with somebody else. Um, just like a whole bunch of different things in your life with that person, you guys have to meet in the middle. Um, and you have to talk about those things. So there may be a way that um, they can still put you in a better mood to have sex with them, you know? And then there are things that you could do in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom, that will help them feel more connected to you outside of, I mean, yeah, with sex and outside of sex. But there's things that you can do that can help them feel more connected to you outside of sex on those times where you're just like, I don't want it, you know? But there still needs to be something that you can do to so they can feel that connection with you. Um, ow. But yeah, we should want our partners to feel loved and cared and desired and wanted and beautiful and handsome and all of the things in the bedroom as well as outside of the bedroom. But in the bedroom, they should feel fantastic. And in feeling fantastic, they will also want you to feel that way. They don't, I mean, I personally would not want, if you are doing all the things that makes me feel great, makes me feel fan flippin' tastic, there is no way at all in this experience that I'm going to allow you to leave without feeling great as well. I'm going to want you to also feel great, just like you just made me feel on top of the world. I want you to feel that way too. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Sex is rated M for mature. At least it should be rated M for mature, because I think it really does take really a man, I mean a woman too, but men have these egos that be taking y'all over, especially when it comes to sex. Like, first off, sex is not the same with every person. You cannot expect sex with Susie to be just like sex with Permisha. I had to make up a name because I was about to start saying real names. I didn't want to do that. So you have to customize the experience to the person. And then also, if you are in a relationship with your person, all of the experiences that you had prior is great. Great, good for you. They mean absolutely nothing to your partner. This is a whole new person. Customize, ask questions. What you did to Pramisha don't have nothing to do with her, your new person. So take care to ask her what she needs, how she feels seen and loved and um, satisfied, pleasured in sex? What does she need leading up to? What does she need during? All of that is important. And I guarantee you, when you customize it, she will be thankful and she will give back to you. I'm just trying to help you out. If there are even any men that watch or listen to my podcast, I am letting you know this. Okay. I mean, especially if she is a me. Um, if she cares, if she's a mature woman and she cares about sex with you, she's gonna first off already want to do and make sure that you are pleased. Um, if you do the same for her first, it's it's game over. It is game over. Okay? It's game over. Yeah, it's game over. I just wanted to talk about that briefly. I just wanted to let you guys know that briefly a little bit because I was talking to my best friend and we're just here for healthy sexual experiences. Okay, it's important. What I experienced in my early 20s is nothing. Okay. Um we were immature. The men were immature. There was no space for feedback or communication or any of the things. They did not care. They wanted to get one off, and that was it. And because I didn't have somebody to really say or express or share experiences with people that cared for them, I didn't know there was another side to it. I didn't know there was a but. But if you encounter someone mhm, that cares, even a smidge for you, it will be so much more pleasurable. Do you hear me? Are you okay? Um, truly, truly, truly. But that's that. I'm off of that now. I'm off of that now. But I just wanted you guys. I want you to get it in and get it inside you. In your mind, your mental. Um, meditate on it, if you will. Send it to your partner or something so they can get an understanding. I don't know what you need to do, but I'm just saying it would be very beneficial to your relationship if you care about the person and if you consider them. I don't see why, as a mature, healthy individual, emotionally healthy individual, why they would not want to reciprocate that. You know? Amen. So the next topic that I actually wanted to talk about for real, for real, for real, um, people be talking about potential in relationships, potential in partners or whatever, and to not fall for potential. And I'm going to flesh this whole topic, my thoughts out right now as I'm recording this podcast. Um, because this is I have questions. So I understand that you don't want to fall for somebody who may never get it together. Got that. I got it. I got that. Let me actually read the definition of potential. Okay. Having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. So, having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. Isn't that everybody? Everyone has or shows the capacity to become or develop into something greater. Not everyone, not everyone. Not everyone shows it. All right, ever. But for the majority of people, we see how I'm thinking on it. We have the potential to be better. Everyone has the potential to be better than what they are right now. I have the potential to be an even better mother. I have the potential to be an even better wife. I'm not married yet, but I'm just saying. Um, I have the potential of being a better counselor. I have the potential of being a better friend, a better sister, a better daughter. I have the potential to be great. Everyone has the potential to be greater, right? So regardless, regardless, we're falling for potential, aren't we? Aren't we falling for potential? Or is it like I see that you could be great in this area, so that's why I'm gonna get with you. But wouldn't that would be a me issue then, right? Not a them issue because if they're not saying I am working on being better in this area, then why would you bank on them to be better in that area if they never said they was working on that? If they never said that they were working on a goal to be great here, to be better here, why would I be like, that's why I love you and I'm gonna fall for you and I'm gonna give you a chance on you becoming president, even though for you becoming president, even though you never said that's what you wanted to do. That doesn't make any sense to me. Um, but the person be but you can see the presidential qualities in them. You can see how great of a speaker they are. You can see how much they want change in the community. You can see all these things in a person, right? But if they don't say, I am working on becoming president or mayor, whatever, why would I then be like, mm, mm-hmm, I love you for that. I see you can be president. I'm gonna be with you for that. But they never said that. Now, if they were like, I see all this stuff in me, right? A school teacher I'm gonna be. And you're like, yes, come on, school teacher. Falling for you. The potential to be school teacher. You said it. And then they don't and they become a bum, I can see how that is frustrating and irritating. And because you're not aligning with what you told me, you're not keeping your word, you are failing in the areas where you said you were going to be up here, but you are here now. That that I understand. That I actually get. Because we all have potential to be better people. We all do. But I think we are falling for things the other person hasn't even said. We are falling for stuff in people that they haven't even spoke on. Or even if they speak on it, they're not saying they're going to do it or be it. I think we be like, oh yes, you would be a great such and so, and you would be a great this, that, and that. This, that, and third is what I should have said. But they haven't said nothing. We've said those things. What do you think? What do y'all think? I think that's when we get disappointed and let down because we see the potential in people. We see that, right? But they haven't agreed on what we saw. They aren't working towards what we saw. They aren't, it's not even a goal or a thought of theirs. But we're banking on it. So now we're disappointed. But we did that. They didn't do that. That's what we did. Now they can be like, I'm gonna try to give like a for real example. Um, you see that they are a nice person, a good person, that they are kind hearted, like underneath their maybe roughness or whatever. Um, they're kind hearted, they're sweet, they are giving, they can be supportive, like all the stuff, right? They have all this stuff in them underneath the roughness of them, right? And you're like, yeah, they're so sweet to me, they're so nice to me, they all this stuff, they oh my gosh, and woo 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 and stuff like that. hmm But that's not actually who they are presenting. That's in them. Yeah, it is in them. But are they going to actually start pushing that stuff to the top of who they are and actually start operating in those things, or are they going to continue to be that hard whatever layer that they are? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Those are my thoughts. I don't think it's really fair to the person that you see the potential in, um, for you to then be like, you lied, or what, you can't fall for potential. You can't bank on potential. Everyone has potential. Potential. It's what you're doing with the potential that makes a difference. If they haven't said, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, then don't bank on that. And I guess that's why they say it's not potential, it's action. But my thing is, everyone has potential. So it's going to be a risk regardless. It's just if the action goes with the potential. I think that's what my thing is. Because it's not one without the other, really and truly. Um, because you're putting forth action to achieve some type of goal or whatever, um, that started with like, I think I can do that, or I think I can achieve that, I think I can be better. That's the potential, right? So it's not, oh, you can't bank on potential, or I'm not going to fall in love with potential. I'm gonna fall in love with action. Everyone has potential. If nobody, you can see a lot in me. People see different things in me, right? And they bank on the fact that um, the potential is there, but also my actions are there too. Or that my actions will be there if they have talked to God about it. hmm Um, but then also, if you don't want to bank on the possibility, don't bank on the possibility. That's on you. But I feel like everything, relationships are risks, period. It's a risk, period. You are going to be banking on risky things in a relationship because it's with a whole other person that has a mind of their own with free will to do whatever. So it's going to be a risk, period. Love is risky, as my friend told me. Love is risky. But what are your thoughts on potential and all of that and sex? Let me know.